Hello and welcome to a new video on my YouTube channel. This is going to be a really nice restorative class. We are going to use our blocks, so make sure that you have them handy or something of similar size that you can use to support you. It's going to be really chilled, so make sure you have comfies on, and we're going to hold the poses for a little while just so we can really sink into the pose, let our muscles relax and let our nervous system just calm down a little bit. So when you're ready, we're going to start lying down in a reclined butterfly. So soles of the feet are going to go together, knees out wide to the side, and then just lower yourself all the way down onto the floor, adjusting to make yourself feel comfortable. Let the palms just face up to the ceiling and the fingers curl naturally. Take a breath in through the nose and softly exhale it out through the mouth. Inhale through the nose and then softly exhale through the mouth. Final one, really elongate your exhales, make them longer than your inhales. Inhale through the nose and exhale softly and slowly through the mouth. Let your hips be really heavy on the floor. And just taking a moment to just scan your whole body. Is there anywhere that's particularly tight today, or that you'd like to work through this morning? Or whatever time of day that you're practicing. Just see where your attention gets drawn to. And then we're going to flutter open the eyes, bring the knees together. We're going to bend the right knee into our chest. Move through the ankle, the right ankle in one direction. And then in the other direction. Then we're going to make our way to a figure four. So we're going to cross right ankle on left knee, and you can keep the left foot planted down onto the floor, or you can clasp the hands behind that left thigh and then gently pull towards you for a bit of a deeper stretch. You can always use your right hand to push the knee out slightly wider as well, if it has a little tendency to fall in. And we're going to stay for 5 more breaths. Final breath in. And then the exhale, unclasp the hands and plant the left foot down to the floor. We're going to drop our hips over to the left until that right foot touches the floor. It might feel a little bit funny. And then just let the arms go out wide to the side. You can gaze over to the right as well if that's accessible. Taking 5 more breaths. And then inhaling to bring the head back to centre first. Pull the knees all the way back to your figure 4 and uncross the legs. Just take a little windscreen wiper from side to side before we move on to the other side. Right foot plants on the floor, left knee to chest. Squeeze it in close and take some circles through the ankles. And change direction to go the other way. And then making your way to figure 4. So left ankle this time crosses over right knee, perhaps using the left hand to push the thigh out wide. And then maybe clasping the hands behind the right thigh, pull it towards you for a deeper stretch. Take 5 more breaths in your figure 4. And then exhale to unclasp the hands. Drop the right foot down and then let the hips go over to the left this time. So left foot comes down to the floor and just stretch the arms out. Perhaps gaze over to the left if that's available. And staying for 5 more breaths in this pose. And then bring your head back to centre first on the inhale. Pull the legs back into centre and uncross them. Bring the knees into your chest and just take a little rock from side to side. We're going to make our way up to a seated position, so you can rock backwards and forwards, or you can simply roll onto your side and make your way all the way up. We're going to come to a cross-legged position. We're going to take a stretch through the neck. I'm going to turn around so you can see what it looks like. So we're going to take the left hand, take it to 90 degrees behind the back, and then make a fist with that left hand. Right ear is going to drop to right shoulder. You should feel a neck stretch all along the left side of the neck. Just staying for 3 more breaths. Final breath in through the nose. And exhale through the nose. And then come back to center. Release the hand down. We're going to take both hands behind the head, clasp them behind the head, and then we're going to pull chin to chest, elbows in, rounding through the upper back. You might feel a slight nervy sensation go down your spine. That's completely normal, and it does ease as you breathe into it. It especially depends what time of day you're practicing. You might feel a bit stiffer in the morning. Just one more breath. And then gently bringing your head back to center, hands by your side. We're going to take that neck stretch on the other side. So this time, right hand comes behind at 90 degrees. Make a fist with the right hand and then drop left ear to left shoulder. This time stretching all along the right side of the neck. Noticing if one side is particularly tighter. You can close down the eyes as well. And take 3 more breaths. And then inhaling, head comes up first. Drop the hand down and then clasp the hands behind the head one more time. We're going to bring the elbows in, chin drops down to the chest. Take one more breath in through the nose. And exhale to soften. And the inhale brings you back to center. And clasp the hands, drop them down to the side. We're going to take a reclined butterfly one more time, but this time we're going to use the support of our blocks. So, our blocks are going to go on the floor in a shape like a T-shaped. So one's long ways and one's portrait, one is landscape. So we're going to place that down onto the floor. Our head is going to rest on the one at the top, and then our shoulder blades are going to rest on the one at the bottom. So if you lower yourself down first, to just make sure that you're comfortable. You might need to adjust a few times just to get it right. And then bring the soles of the feet together when you're in a comfortable position. Just let the arms fall out to the side. And And this is a really nice, gentle heart opening pose. The blocks take all of the weight. They do all of the work, and you simply just lay back. We're going to stay here for 5 breaths. And then take your final breath in. And exhale fully. And then just roll onto your side, off your blocks, and make your way all the way back to a seated position. This time, we're going to take a wide leg forward fold. So just place your blocks to one side. Your left knee is going to bend in and your right leg is going to extend all the way out. If you find this particularly difficult, or you find that you lean back quite a lot in this pose, you can place a block underneath the hips just to give you a little bit more height to support you. So we're going to face towards the right leg, which is the extended leg, and then use the blocks if you need as support on either side. Inhale to lengthen tall. And then exhale to fold over that right leg, however that looks to you. This is one of those poses where the longer you stay, the more you feel the hamstrings open up. You might even be able to go a little bit deeper in a few breaths. I'm going to stay for 5 more breaths. See if you can go that little bit deeper now in the pose, maybe there is space. Two more breaths. And then on the inhale, walk the hands back towards you. I'm going to take the left hand behind, right hand goes on left knee, take a twist towards the left side. Three more breaths. And then begin to de-rotate, so take the right hand back behind you. Just move the blocks. We're going to go onto the other side. So swap the legs, left leg extended, right leg bent in. Adjust your position where you need to make sure it's accessible and comfortable. And we're going to place the hands behind. Turn to face that extended leg. Inhale to go tall. And then exhale to begin to walk the hands as far forward as you can over that left leg. notice if this side is any different. My hamstring's a little tighter on this side, and that's completely normal. We're going to stay for 5 more breaths, seeing if you can soften slightly more into the pose. Final breath in, exhaling fully. And then it's the inhale that walks the hands back towards you. Right hand goes behind, left hand, right knee. Take a twist all the way round. More breaths. And then begin to derotate back to center, hands go behind. We're going to take our wide leg forward fold with both of our legs. So extend both of them out as wide as is comfortable. And again, just bring your blocks where you need. In order to adjust yourself, we're going to inhale to go tall. And then exhale to walk the hands as much as you can, or as far as you can, forward. Your chest might be all the way down to the floor, or you might still be completely upright. That's completely fine. As long as you can feel a stretch somewhere in the body, and you're where you can soften into the muscles, just make sure there's no pain. We're going to stay for 5 more breaths. And then begin to walk your hands back towards you on the inhale. Move your pelvis out of the way. Bring your legs together, and we're going to make our way to a child's pose. Take a narrow child's pose, so the knees are together, and then we pull our head down to the floor. You can stretch the arms out wide in front of you, or you can bring them down to your side, whatever feels good. Staying for 3 more breaths. And then the inhale brings you all the way back up onto the knees. Sweep the legs all the way round to the front. We're going to take a seated forward fold. It's quite nice in your restorative forward folds to just take the legs a little bit wider. It gives your chest a bit more space to drop down into the middle. So take them as wide or as narrow as you like. And then come up on the inhale to lengthen. And then exhale, walk the hands forward, chest comes forward. Three more breaths before we take a Shavasana. Then inhale to walk the hands back towards you. We're going to come back to that reclined butterfly, which is the position we started in. So soles of the feet go together, knees out wide, and then lower yourself all the way down. Notice if this feels any different compared to the beginning of the practice. And you can either stay here or you can extend your legs one by one out into your Shavasana. Just letting the feet fall out naturally to the side. Relaxing through the ankles and the calves. Relax your kneecaps and your thighs. Let your hips be really heavy. Relaxing through the wrists, forearms, through the elbows and the biceps. Release any tension or tightness in the tummy and in the chest. And then let the shoulders relax. In the neck. Release through your jaw and soften the eyelids. And then finally let your head be really heavy. begin to bring a little bit of gentle movement back into your body. Perhaps the head or the fingers and the toes. And then gently bend one leg at a time. Rolling onto your preferred side, using your arm as a pillow. And then making your way all the way up to a seated position. Closing down the eyes. And just taking a minute to check in on your body and your mind. How does it feel after the class? Bring the palms to your heart center, and inhale brings them up to the third eye, the forehead. And then if it's in your practice, you can say namaste. Namaste. Thank you for practicing with me, whatever time of day it is where you are. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you in my next video.